learn. And that's exactly what the early scripture said. Turn them over to the judge puts them in the prison, they stay in prison till they what? Prison's a type of hell, till you pay the what? Uttermost farthing. That means you get out.
Do you regard black magic as being purely fictitious, or is there some truth in it?
Some truth. 100% truth. There is nothing fictitious about black magic, in any way whatever. It is a fact which has existed for several thousand years. I mean, when we talk about black magic, we are talking about Satanism, necromancy, alchemy, witchcraft, the worship of Satan, the worship of dark forces, whether it's voodoo, juju, whether it's something practiced in the Western world or the Eastern world, whether it's easily defined or not easily defined, the order of the left-hand path, the following of this, the following of that. It is basically the worship of the force of evil as embodied by Satan, Lucifer, the princes of darkness and their legions and so on. In a very simple sense, of course, it goes much more deeply than that.
His body is dark blue in color, with 3 heads, 6 arms, and 4 legs spread wide apart. The right face is white, the left one red, and the center one blue. His 6 hands hold a vajra in the first on the right, a skull cap in the middle, and an axe in the last, a bell in the first on the left, a plowshare in the last. His consort Vajra Krodishvari embraces his body, with her right hand clasped around his neck. From the eastern quarter of your brain, Ankusha, white, tiger-headed, holding a goad and a skull cup filled with blood, will emerge and appear before you. From the south, Pasha, yellow, sow-headed, holding a noose. From the west, Shunkala, red, lion-headed, holding an iron chain. And from the north, Ganta, green, serpent-headed, holding a bell.
We don't care to cling to the life of this body until it naturally gives up. We don't care to cling to the life of this body until it naturally gives up. We'll title this tape Planet Earth about to be recycled.
Wouldn't give stones for bread, would you? What the Bible says. You wouldn't give a serpent for fish. Said, how much more God then would God be? Good. Would you send somebody to hell to burn forever and ever? You might send them there to learn. And that's exactly what the early scripture says. Turn them over to the prison. They stay in prison till they what? Prison's a type of hell. You pay the what? Uttermost farthing. That means you get out. Say, get out of hell? Oh, yes, you get out of hell. Even out of hell. We're going to get you out of hell, baby. Wouldn't give stone for bread, would you? What's the Bible? Wouldn't give stone for bread, would you? What the Bible says.
From the eastern quarter of your brain, Ankusha, white, tiger-headed, holding a goad and a skull cup filled with blood, will emerge and appear before you. From the south, Pasha, yellow, sow-headed, holding a noose. From the west, Shunkala, red, lion-headed, holding an iron chain. And from the north, Ganta, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 weeks, up to 49 days. It is said that the suffering in the bardo lasts for 21 days, but this is not quite certain because of the influence of karma. O child of noble family, at this time the great tornado of karma, terrifying, unbearable, whirling fiercely, will drive you from behind. Do not be afraid of it. It is your own confused projection.
What's all this doomsday stuff? What's all this doomsday stuff? What's all this doom?
Oh, you get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
We don't care to cling to the life of this body until it naturally gives up. We don't care to cling to the life of this.
How's your wife let you leave? We ain't found shit! We ain't found shit!
Oh, you get nothing!
Do you regard black magic as being purely fictitious, or is there some truth in it?
Some truth. 100% there is nothing fictitious about black magic, in any way whatsoever. It is a fact. It is a fact which has existed for several thousand years. I mean, when we talk about black magic, we're talking about Satanism, necromancy, witchcraft, Satan, the worship of dark forces, or voodoo, whether it's something practiced in the Western world or the Eastern world, whether it's easily defined or not easily defined, the order of the left-hand path, the following of this, the following of that. It is basically the worship of the force of evil embodied by Satan, Lucifer, the princes of darkness, and their legions, and so on. In a very simple sense, of course, goes much more deeply than that.
His body is dark blue in color, with 3 heads, 6 arms, and 4 legs spread wide apart. His face is white. The cap in the middle, and an axe in the last, a bell in the first on the left, a skull cup in the middle, and a plowshare in the last. His consort Vajra Krodishvari embraces his body, immediately with her left hand holding a skull full of blood to his mouth. His body is dark blue in color, with 3 heads, 6 arms, and 4 legs spread wide apart. The right face is white, the left one red, and the center one blue. His 6 hands hold a Vajra in the first on the right, a skull cap in the middle, and an axe in the last, a bell in the first on the left, a skull cup in the middle, and a plowshare in the last. His consort Vajra Krodishvari embraces his body, with her right hand clasped around his neck and her left hand holding a skull full of blood to his mouth.
We don't care to cling to the life of this body until it naturally gives up.
His body is dark blue in color.
We'll title this tape. 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 To be recycled. What's all this doomsday stuff?
Do not suffer like that. All the time there will be a gray haze like the gray light of an autumn dawn, neither day nor night. This kind of bardo state will last for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 weeks, up to 49 days. It is said that the suffering in the bardo of becoming generally lasts for 21 days, but this is not quite certain because of the influence of karma. O child of noble family, at this time the great tornado of karma, terrifying, unbearable, whirling fiercely, will drive you from behind. Do not be afraid of it. It is your own confused projection. Dense darkness, terrifying, and unbearable, will go before you.
Wouldn't give stone for bread, would you? What the Bible says. Wouldn't give stone for bread, would you? What the Bible says. Wouldn't give stone for bread, would you? What the Bible says. You wouldn't give a serpent for fish. Wouldn't give stone for bread, would you? What the Bible says. You wouldn't give a serpent for fish. Said, how much more God then would God be good? Would you send somebody to hell to burn forever and ever? You might send them there to learn. And that's exactly what the early scripture said. Turn them over to the judge puts them in the prison, they stay in prison till they what? Prison's a type of hell, till you pay the what? Uttermost farthing. That means you get out. Say, get out of hell! Yes, get out of hell.
My wife died 3 years ago.
No, I'm looking at you. It's clear she's in a better place now, you fucking ass.